The holographic seal of the Galactic Council flickered to life above Ambassador Chen's desk, its prismatic light casting rainbow shadows across the cramped office aboard Luna Station. The message was brief, clinical in its delivery, devastating in its implications. Species classification, human. Status, irrelevant to galactic advancement. Council protection, revoked. Solar system, designation, available for colonization, effective immediately. Chen stared at the floating text for a full minute before her hands began to shake. Irrelevant. After 2 centuries of diplomatic overtures, scientific contributions, and cultural exchange, the Council had dismissed humanity with a single word. She reached for her secure communicator. "Get me Admiral Reyes, Priority Alpha." The Admiral's weathered face appeared on screen within seconds, his expression already grim. "I saw the transmission, Ambassador. The whole fleet did." "What's our status?" 12 Council species have already filed colonization claims on our outer worlds. The hegemony wants Mars. The Crystalline Collective has dibs on Europa's ice mines. Reyes paused, his jaw tightening. "They're calling us a quaint biological curiosity that's outlived its usefulness." Chen closed her eyes. For 200 years, humanity had played by the Council's rules. They'd limited their expansion, shared their technology freely, and accepted junior status among the stars. They'd been model galactic citizens hoping to earn respect through patience and cooperation. The Council had just made it clear that respect was never going to come. "Admiral," Chen said quietly, "I'm invoking Article 7 of the Terran Charter." Reyes went very still. Article 7 had been written in the wake of the Unification Wars, when humanity swore never again to let others decide their fate. It had gathered digital dust for centuries, a relic from humanity's more barbaric past. "Are you certain, Ambassador? Once we activate Article 7, there's no diplomatic solution." "They declared us irrelevant, Admiral. Time to show them how irrelevant we really are." Within hours, the activation codes were transmitted across human space. On Mars, the terraforming crews sealed their habitats and powered up defensive grids. On the asteroid mining platforms, workers began converting industrial equipment into weapons. In the outer system, research stations went dark, their scientists vanishing into hidden facilities that officially didn't exist. The hegemony fleet arrived at Mars first, expecting to find frightened colonists ready to evacuate. Instead, they found the planet's surface crawling with automated defense platforms, each one jury-rigged from mining equipment and broadcasting the same message. "Trespassers will be fired upon." Commander Zek of the hegemony found the situation amusing. Humans were known for their stubborn nature, but surely they understood the mathematics. The hegemony fleet consisted of 50 battlecruisers, each one a masterwork of modern military technology. Mars had perhaps 1,000 colonists, and some converted mining tools. "Open fire," Zek commanded. "Remove the obstacles." The first hegemony salvo turned 3 mining platforms into expanding clouds of debris. The humans' return fire consisted of crude projectiles that harmlessly bounced off the fleet's shields. Zek was already composing his victory report when his sensors officer made a strangled sound. "Sir, I'm reading massive seismic activity across the Martian surface." On the main screen, the red planet began to change. Enormous sections of the northern hemisphere were sliding apart, revealing vast chambers beneath. From these chambers rose ships, if they could be called ships. They were massive, ungainly things that looked like mobile cities bristling with every conceivable type of weapon. "What in the void are those?" Zek whispered. The answer came in the form of a transmission from the largest vessel. A human face appeared on screen, elderly, scarred, wearing the insignia of someone who had lived through wars Zek couldn't imagine. "This is General Martinez, commander of the Mars Defense Corps. You are in violation of our territorial space. Withdraw immediately." Zek found his voice. "General, our scans show those vessels are constructed from civilian infrastructure. You've militarized your entire colony." Martinez smiled, and it was not a pleasant expression. "Commander, you clearly don't understand humans very well. When you tell us we can't have something, we don't give up. We adapt, we improvise, we overcome." He gestured to something off-screen. Every dome, every mining shaft, every hydroponic farm on Mars was designed with dual-use capability. We learned that lesson a long time ago. The Mars Defense Corps opened fire, and the hegemony discovered that humanity's definition of crude projectiles differed significantly from the galactic standard. Kinetic kill vehicles accelerated by converted mass drivers turned shields into light shows and armor into Swiss cheese. Point defense systems, originally designed to clear debris from shipping lanes, now swatted aside guided missiles with surgical precision. The battle was over in 12 minutes. The survivors of the hegemony fleet limped away with a message for the Council. Mars was staying human. Similar scenes played out across the solar system. Europa's ice miners had turned their thermal borers into ship-killing beam weapons. The asteroid belt swarmed with converted mining drones that attacked in coordinated swarms, each one expendable, each one carrying enough explosive to cripple a cruiser. But the real message came from Earth itself. The blue-green world that the Council had dismissed as an unremarkable backwater began to broadcast on all frequencies. The transmission showed vast orbital shipyards that had supposedly been decommissioned decades ago. Lunar factories that had claimed to produce only consumer goods were now revealing their true purpose. Space elevators that carried tourists were loading war material. Admiral Reyes appeared on the Galactic Emergency Channel, his message simple and direct. "For 2 centuries we followed your rules. We limited ourselves because you asked us to. We shared our knowledge because you said it was for the greater good. We accepted insults and condescension because we believed in the promise of galactic civilization." The camera pulled back to show Earth's orbital space, now revealed to be bristling with defensive platforms and hidden weapons. "You called us irrelevant. You decided we didn't deserve to exist as a free species. That was your mistake." Reyes's smile was cold as vacuum. "We've never forgotten how to fight. We just chose not to. That choice is now revoked." The Council's emergency session lasted 18 hours. When they finally reached a consensus, the message was brief. Species classification human. Status revised to full Council membership. Solar system designation sovereign territory of Terra. The follow-up was even shorter. "We regret any misunderstanding." Ambassador Chen read the Council's capitulation from her office aboard Luna Station, the same cramped room where she'd received humanity's death sentence. Outside her window, Earth continued its ancient rotation, blue and beautiful and uncompromisingly free. She opened a new channel to Admiral Reyes. "Orders, Admiral? Stand down to yellow alert, Ambassador, but keep the weapons online." Reyes paused, considering. "I think it's time the galaxy learned what irrelevant really means." The Council had declared humanity irrelevant. Earth had declared war. And in the end, only one declaration had mattered.